When my grandfather passed away, he left me something far more valuable than money. 200 acres of untouched valley land, legally surveyed, notarized, and protected by a stack of documents older than most towns around here. I visited every few months, mostly to check fences and walk the old trails, but work kept me out of state for nearly a year. So imagine my shock when, driving in one summer morning, I saw rows, literal rows of beige, copy-paste houses stretching across the valley like a suburban plague. 98 homes, kids riding scooters in my pasture, sprinklers watering the grass I used to hay, and worst of all, a massive stone gate reading Sunset Vista, a Karen management community. I thought I was hallucinating, until a woman with stiff hair, oversized sunglasses, and a clipboard marched toward my truck and barked, "Sir, construction traffic enters from the east. Homeowners use the private road only." I stepped out and introduced myself as the owner of the land. She scoffed. "No, honey. I run this HOA. The developer owns the land." She flashed her name tag. "Karen, HOA president." She pointed toward the sea of houses like she was queen of a cardboard kingdom. "You're trespassing. Leave before I call security." That's when I realized she genuinely believed it. She didn't know she was standing on land I inherited, land the developer never had permission to touch. I didn't argue. I simply drove straight to the county records office, and what I found made my jaw tighten. The developer had filed a falsified deed, built the entire subdivision on my property, sold nearly all the houses, and vanished overseas days earlier. He left one person in charge, HOA Karen, who had been collecting fees, issuing citations, and threatening residents like she owned the place. The county attorney practically choked when I laid the real deed on his desk. By the end of the week, I had a court injunction and a sheriff escort back to the property. Karen marched out swinging her HOA binder like it was the Constitution. "You again? I told you this is private." She froze when the sheriff handed her the order. The look on her face was worth every headache. Homeowners gathered, confused, clutching HOA newsletters Karen had proudly signed. That's when the truth hit them. Their mortgages were tied to homes built illegally. Suddenly, every angry homeowner turned toward Karen, and she shrank behind her clipboard as if it were a shield. The county ruled the developer's contracts void, the HOA illegitimate, and the land, every blade of grass, still mine. I could have evicted everyone immediately, but I'm not heartless. I gave each homeowner 3 options. Purchase the land under their house for a fair rate, take a relocation payout through the state fraud fund, or let the county condemn the structures for reimbursement. Most chose relocation. A few bought the land properly, but one refused Karen.